Okay, I think we're ready to go. Hey, I'm LJ, and welcome to another episode of LJ Reacts. For those who haven't caught up with some of my previous videos, may not know what's going on here, this is a series of reaction videos. I am going back in time and revisiting a load of like bands and occasionally other things crop up that I've seemingly missed growing up. In the last sort of 15 to 20 years, popular music as a whole really seems to have passed me by. So what better way, to sort of admit that than put it up on YouTube and try and correct it? Because what's life if it's not a continuous attempt at self-improvement? Getting oddly philosophical there to start off with. So yeah, if you're familiar with reaction videos, you kind of know how this goes. I pick a song, I watch a song, and I give my thoughts as the song's going along. And then YouTube puts a copyright claim in. I have to dispute it. It's all brilliant fun. Yeah, if you like my stuff, don't forget like, share, comment, subscribe. I think I got everything right there. Yeah, I do read the comment sections. As I said before, I don't tend to react to the comments too much because it's past a point. People tend to fall into two camps when they're commenting, and it just gets repetitive for me. But the comments, I do read them all, and I do appreciate the constructive criticism. So yeah, so if you have any suggestions of anything you want me to look at, I generally stick within 10 to 15 years, but I'm prepared to go outside that if it's something I am not familiar with. An example of this is I did 2 songs from the Freddie Mercury tribute concert a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, that was great fun. I could do more of those. So yeah, if you really want to sort of get more involved with my stuff, I do have all the social medias up there. Not only that, I have this little link tree which it's just links to all my projects, and of course, I am doing this for free, but you don't have to watch it for free. So you can chuck us a tip. I'm not even asking this too much. Um, just something that knows you appreciate me. So yeah, so I have basically got a big list of requests, sort of build up, mostly from the Nightwish videos, but there are other requests in there. So what I've done is I'm going to try and be scientific about this. I mean, I've done a couple of requests recently, and very mixed results with regards to interaction. So I am going to do this as scientifically as possible. On here is the Notes app, which has a list of all the requests in no particular order. Here is a stylus. What I am going to do is I am going to, at random, select one of these song titles with this stylus. So, so here goes. Interesting. Okay, I will. Well, I have to go and track all this down now. Join me in a moment. Right, so I have made my pick with the most scientific method I possibly could, that being random selection. So what have I chosen? I have randomly chosen, it's come off, I believe it was one of the first 2 Nightwish videos, possibly the Varkin performance, because that's just where most of my Nightwish recommendations are coming from at the minute. Yeah, and it is. Let me just bring up it. So Floor, the current singer of Nightwish, and arguably the most popular going by not just my comment section, but quite a widespread of fans that have that I've discovered now that I've started doing these videos. So Floor Jansen is, like I said, the third singer of Nightwish, and she does her own stuff as well. She has her own YouTube channel out there. And one of the suggestions I've got is on there. It is a cover of Heart, a band. I know some of their stuff. I've sort of picked up sort of odds and ends, just listening to the radio, like all the old classic rock stations. Who doesn't love a bit of Barracuda? That's where I find out that's completely the wrong one. So yeah, this is Floor covering Hearts Alone. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this was picked at random just now, so haven't really had a chance to look into why this was done, what album or anything this is to do with. So this is literally just off the top of the dome. So yeah, let's crack on with this and give it a listen. All right, Ms. Jensen, let's see you floor me.
I hear the ticking of the clock. I'm lying here, the room's pitch dark. I wonder where you are tonight. No answer on the telephone.
So yeah, this is one of the Heart songs I'm familiar with. I'm not quite I don't quite know it well enough to sing along word for word, but it's definitely flashing up something around. It's different way of doing a Floor song. Obviously the ones I know are I know the Varkin performance of Ghost Love Scene, and I know Noise, which yeah, was that got some interesting reactions. If you want to check that out, not just because it's my least listened to Nightwish track, but still. Yeah, so it's but yeah, so obviously Nightwish, they're quite sort of an operatic band, especially with Floor as the lead. So this is kind of going in a different direction, just the solo piano, not there's nothing orchestral. So well, I say that, I'm only what 30 seconds into it. So let's see how this goes.
And the night goes by so very slow. Ooh, I hope that it won't end though.
Maybe this is where we get like the big crescendo, because again, I know the song's definitely coming back to me. I know in the original there's a big. Let's see what she does from here.
Till now, I always go.
Well, I guess if you're a vocalist doing a solo project, you know where your bread's buttered. So she is nailing it. The way she knows how.
to tell you tonight, but the secret is still my own, and my love for you is still unknown, alone.
Ah, yeah, that's what we're all waiting for. This classic sort of operatics. But before I sort of press play again, because I'm sure pressing pause just there has upset some Nightwish fans. Sorry, guys. When I got a thought, I got to say it. That's kind of how this works. I was thinking. So with, like I said, I am fairly familiar with the original. But this is the first time I'm hearing this version, so it's interesting. So the difference between the chorus and the verses in the original is quite a gap. It's sort of kind of got like the chorus going up like that, and then they got the verses sort of down there. Whereas Floor seems to have got kind of a, instead of going like that for the chorus, she's shot there, but she's only going that. So the difference between the chorus and the verses seems to be slightly different, which is an interesting take on it. But let's see where the operatics is going from here, because that's going to throw out that whole theory potentially. Yes, I get it. I shouldn't have paused at that moment. That was from what I have seen. The limited Nightwish I've seen, Floor is a very talented young lady. I just think I know Nightwish fans are like, oh, you have to see them live. Maybe we'll do in the near future, but for now, my familiarity with them is the recorded, and I just think that operatics would just going through something in the studio, just like not like just something you could add in the studio, like a bit of reverb or something that would have just been added extra depth. That would have been an amazing studio version. I don't know if there is a studio version of this, or if this counts, but let's keep going. Not directly related to what she's singing, but I just noticed the shirt she was wearing, the I howl and I roar because I'm not afraid anymore, with the picture of the wolf. It's just interesting because a lot of the whole thing about the lone wolf is very much ingrained in our society. It's like, oh yeah, and he acted on his own because of the lone wolf, and there really isn't such a thing as a lone wolf. At least in the fact, the only way that the lone wolf exists is he exists in a pack. He's the leader of the pack, but he walks at the back of the pack whenever they're going from place to place to make sure everyone gets there. It's just the picture of the wolf and the song being called Alone. That's just where my mind went. So hey, I mean, I'm learning stuff, and there's no reason why you shouldn't be learning stuff listening to me, because I seemingly know a little about everything, although I know everything about nothing. Or however that phrase goes. Back to the song. You can't actually see this on the version you've got, but I've literally paused it just as YouTube suggested. Oh, why don't you try the Frozen cover? That's not for me to decide, YouTube. If the people want it, the people are going to get it. Because that has momentarily distracted me. So I've just thought, like I said, I've not looked into this one. This one was picked at random at the start, about 5-10 minutes ago. So I don't know who that is playing. If that is her playing, then she's a doubly talented lady. If she can sing like that, and her piano skills are sort of, I mean, they're not Mozart level, but more than hold her own. I possibly step above Bill Bailey. I mean, say what you will about Mr. Bailey, brilliant musician all around. But still, that is some pretty awesome playing. Whoever is doing that is doing. And if it's her, that's doubly brilliant. It's interesting that if it is her, that she's not got the piano in front of her, because I don't know, maybe she's worried that it would just distract from the fact that she's doing this alone. Yeah. I'll get back to the video. Wow. So that's that then. So that went a bit longer than I was expecting. That was a 4.5 minute song, and that was a nearly 10-minute reaction. So I hope you enjoyed it. What did I think of it as a whole? Well, I did enjoy it. Again, not really into like piano ballads. A lot of people say how often I rag on Beth by Kiss, although that's less to do with it being a piano ballad and more just to do with it being horrible. But still, I did it. But yeah, I did enjoy it. If it was her playing the piano as well, which makes it doubly talented. So, like I said, I don't know a lot about the band, just what people have sort of mentioned in the comments. So, yeah, it's a really nice little cover. Sort of mentions how, like, the disparity between, like, the depth of the verses countered with, like, the sense of freedom that is demonstrated in the choruses. That the difference is it's less so with this version here. I don't know if that actually hurts though. It's a different way of doing it, trying keeping it all at sort of just a similar level instead of a big mountain climb between the two. I don't know, maybe there's some vocalists out there who will turn around and say, well, how difficult it is, and no, I don't know how difficult it is to switch between the two. Although when I've seen it done, I have been really impressed. With regards to what I think of this as a whole, it's leaning into the territory of, while it's not something I'll chuck on in my regular rotation, I did enjoy it. Someone recently introduced me to Twisted Sister. They did a piano version of We're Not Gonna Take It for it was some sort of cancer awareness. Ironically, I'm blanking on which one. But yeah, so that one seems to have found its. I seem to be listening to that one more than the original. So maybe this might be in that sort of camp. But I'm kind of looking at it more as when I did the Frank Turner Little Changes one of. It was a good version. I enjoyed it, and I have revisited it since. But it's not going to take the place of the original, and I feel it's the same with this one. As good as it is, and as much as I enjoyed it, it's not. It's not going to take the place of the original to me. Yeah. If I was to rate it, well, out of 10, stuff with Floor usually gets really high marks from me because she's an amazing woman. I recently sort of doing some research for one of my other videos, there is a series of reaction videos called Floorgasms, which is literally a collection of people reacting to Floor. I don't think I'm in one of those. Yeah, if anyone wants to change that, I'm not very litigious. So yeah, I'm trying to think. So I'm kind of torn. Do I want to go 7, 7.5? That is definitely where I'm sticking. I'm sticking it in that territory. Probably sort of 7.5 for this one. Because yeah, it was more than serviceable. She's a talented lady, and there was some great moments in there. I feel that editing this, I'm probably gonna kick myself for not marking it higher, but you know, hindsight and all that. But for now, I'm happy sticking this. A solid 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, if there's any more of her covers you want me to do, let me know. If she does any original stuff, like I said, I'm picking stuff at random. I haven't had a chance to look into what else she does. So if she's got any original stuff, hey, and you want me to cover that, let me know, because I'll give anything a shot once. That's part of what this channel is. It's me trying new things. So yeah, let me know. Obviously, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you really want to, you've got all my social medias at the top there. You've got my link tree, which includes all my live dates. Should you want to come see me in person, and hey, chuck us a tip as well, because maybe I can hire a production assistant who can actually help punch up some of the production woes I seem to have, but doing it as a one-man show. Other than that, it's it's great that you sort of joined me. Those who stuck to the end, thank you even more so, because apparently with the YouTube algorithm, that really does matter. So yeah, until next time, I've been LJ. It's been emotional.
Always go by on my own. I never really cared until I met you, and now it chills me to the bone. How do I get you alone?
Hey, and welcome to another episode of LJ Reacts. Right, so what am I doing? Hey, I'm LJ, and welcome to another episode of LJ Reacts. Those who haven't been... Oh, come on. I can do this. Oh, God. Okay, let's try that again. That's not making it to the outtakes. Oh, crap. I've not screen captured that.